This is Harry Davis Mirror fighting, joined by Francis Ngannou ahead of his fight with Anthony Joshua. Francis, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Great, thank you. Out here in Riyadh, you mentioned the fight with Anthony. We're a couple of weeks away now. How are the preparations going and how are you feeling?
It's been going well. I've been here for 5 weeks now, and then everything's going well.
As I mentioned with Joshua, I watched your face-to-face interview with him on DAZN, the channel, the other day, and he seemed a bit nervous compared to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was winding you up, calling you a sausage and taking his shirt off, telling you to get your top off, whereas Joshua is more relaxed. He doesn't really want to trash talk you. Do you get the same impression? Is he a bit nervous or not?
Well, Joshua never get trash talk. First of all, I think his personality is more like a serious type of person, unlike Tyson Fury, which is like kind of like a playboy type of guy. But I think when it comes from to fighting, both they know how to fight, and that's what I'm focused on. And yeah, I mean, he might have been nervous, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. In fact, I think like being nervous means he's taking things very serious, and it's very important. He's gonna do his best to show up that day with everything.
You mentioned the Tyson Fury fight. I have to ask because I know money is not the only reason you took that fight, but you had such a big payday compared to the UFC. Did you spend any of that money? Did you treat your family? Did you treat yourself? Did you buy yourself anything with the money that you made from that fight?
I always treat myself. Before that fight, I was making money. Maybe the same, but I was treating myself, you know, doing what's right, and then treating yourself is relative of your needs.
Has Mike Tyson's role in the Fury fight and this fight differed at all? Has he had any different role or not?
Yeah, to be honest, like on this fight, since my training was here, we didn't get Tyson personally here.
Was he much involved in the Fury fight?
Yeah.
How many sessions did you really do with him? A lot or not?
Multiple, like 3 times. He came in like three times or something like that. He was more like advising, you know, come and watch our training. More than 3 times, because it was more than 3 times. He came in and then like watch the training. He will be there and then like give some advice, you know, type of thing. So that's what's happened that time. But this time around, no.
You're about to fight Joshua. You've already fought Fury. We're from England. They've been linked for almost 10 years now. If that fight does happen with Fury or Joshua, how do you think that goes?
With who?
Fury and Joshua.
You know, fight is something that you can really predict. You can have a outside statistic, but unless you get in unless they get in the ring, and then I don't know. He can go either way. That's the beauty about the combat sport. He can always go either way, no matter what is the difference of level. But now we have 2 elite fighters, who are on top of their game. So half-half.
Have you watched any of Oleksandr Usyk's fights against Anthony Joshua to take notes? Because obviously you're very different fighters, but Usyk beat him twice. Did you look at anything Joshua did wrong in that fight and maybe take inspiration from it?
Some highlights, but no watch a full fight.
Do you plan to maybe be at the fight in May, or are you only thinking about your fight right now? Because it's a very big fight with Tyson and Oleksandr, and you could maybe face the winner.
Yeah, but that is another lifetime. In this lifetime, it's Anthony Joshua that I have to face. Those we don't even know. I mean, yeah, they are fighting in May. We're gonna find that out after that.
You've said that you want the Tyson Fury rematch and world titles don't interest you. Is that because when you left the UFC, the champions clause in your contract, it delayed your exit? I know, is that some sort of the political side of belts? You don't really want to be involved with them?
Yeah, it's the political side of things that I don't want to be involved in. But we were in the press conference in London when the Minister Turkey announced. So he has probably like did the groundwork for that to happen. So I will do it, but personally, again, it's not something that I will be like navigating to go into, because I don't really want to get involved into politics.
So would you even care if you won a world title, or is it just like a decoration to you?
World title is good, but at the end of the day, what you do is a statement. There are a lot of people that have never won a world title or even close, but that have done great things that is a remarkable thing that will be remembered forever. It's not about a title. Title is just a piece of mirror. You know, at the end of the day, it's like surpassing, escaping your limit. You know, give the best out of yourself.
What do you think the best aspects of Joshua as a fighter are, and maybe his style in the past year? Everyone says he's a new version of himself. Do you think the same? Do you think he looks like a different fighter in the past year or not?
Well, that's relative. That's depend. You know, fight also, the person that is in front of you also depend on like your style, on how you look in the fight, and then I might be wrong, but I think his last fight, he didn't have anybody in front that was responding. There wasn't a response. I mean, Wilder is a good boxer, but he didn't have any response into that fight. He didn't propose anything for Joshua to challenge. So I cannot judge based off that.
A lot has been made of your relationship with Dana White, because he was very critical of you leaving, that nobody wanted to fight you, and now you're fighting two of the three best heavyweights of this generation. If you saw Dana White tomorrow, do you think you'd have a nice conversation with him, or do you think he wouldn't even want to talk to you?
I don't care. My life is going on. You think like since before and after Dana White, my life was going on, and I think my life is going on pretty good today. So I don't have any worries. And in fact, I'm grateful to Dana White, because without our relationship broken out, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Without him doing things the way that he did, I wouldn't be here. You know, so he play out pretty good for myself. So I can't complain. I'm a winner in this situation. I don't give a shit.
Obviously, boxing is next, but we're here for the PFL big fight on Saturday. Is the winner of Renan Ferreira against Ryan Bader the plan for now, and is there any of those two maybe you want to fight more or not?
It's a potential plan for any of those two. I think Renan Ferreira is an upcoming thing in heavyweight division. I've been saying that for at least a year now. Even before the beginning of this, the PFS season, I was like, this guy has something, because I have saw some clip of him, and then he has something quite special as far as speed, accuracy, and everything. And you can tell that this is somebody that's gonna propose a lot of challenge in the future.
I have to mention Deontay Wilder, because we said you fought two of the best three heavyweights. Wilder is the third one. Is the mixed rules fight with him still realistic? Obviously, he lost his last fight. He's sort of, you know, got nowhere to go really right now. Would you happily fight him regardless of how the Joshua fight goes?
There's a lot of things in my plate right now. It's hard to put my head into something, you know, like I can answer that question as for right now. I know there was a point that we were serious about that conversation. It was ongoing, but now I have the Joshua fight, potentially the undisputed after that. If I win the Joshua fight, then there is a PFL champion, a PFL and Bellator champion fighting that I might have to fight a challenger. So I have a lot of things right now to know exactly what's gonna be next, and to step on top of that, go find a Deontay Wilder in the mixed room, which I don't know if it's gonna work or not, if yes or no, if it's a lot of speculation, I would say so.
And last question, Joshua sort of refused to say, the fight is called Knockout Chaos, but Joshua refused to say if he's gonna get the knockout or not. Do you think you're gonna get the knockout early, late? Will you get him in the late rounds?
Well, refuse to say doesn't mean he doesn't want. You know, I think he's just being skeptic, you know, and then even when you say it doesn't mean you're gonna have, you know. I don't usually work to fight like looking for a knockout, except one, and it didn't work well. You know, knockout is something that will come naturally, but based on the statistic of fighters or their style, they can assume that it's most likely going to end up in knockout. You know, so that's the thing. But overall, it's not something that you can guarantee. Nobody can guarantee, because you can't guarantee the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen in the fight.
Francis, thank you so much.
You're welcome.